Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I'm your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Virgo in the month of March 2019. Hello, Virgo. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. All right, guys, shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. What we'll do now is we'll shuffle for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lined face up, that is when the reading begins. You know what to do. If you've been here before, you check the description box below, and you're going to see a timestamp down there if you want to jump ahead. You also know, if you've been here before, that down there is the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. Readings are $25. You simply email me your questions or question, up to 3 questions, to that email address that's provided. You send the money via the PayPal link, and then once that money is received, you will get your video in exchange. Easy peasy, yeah? But if you do have any questions about it, go ahead and email me and just label it questions, you know, not reading or, you know, anything like that. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Nice quick intro, yeah? All right, Virgo, let's get your outcome for March 2019. There it is. I was like, I'm going to have to stop soon. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Oh, you got 2. Oof, and they came reverse? Okay. I guess we're going to take that. Move these down a little bit. A little shifty shift. And I normally don't like 2 for the outcome, but, you know, yours feels really smooth. The connection feels really smooth. So those 2 came out for a reason, and we're going to find out later on, huh? Wow, what the heck? Look at all this beauty. Look at all that beauty. Good for you guys. Yay. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. Please show me Virgo in March 2019. Please show me where Virgo is in March 2019. Please show me Virgo in March. Okay, right there. Perfect. Oh, wait, no. That's not right. It is right, but you guys didn't say the correct. This is right, but there was a little bit of miscommunication between me and them. Because I touched, just to be sure, this one, right? Not this one. Oh, you did mean, okay. Like, both are, okay, but that's the first time that's ever happened. Where they were like, whatever, it's allowed. Okay, Virgo, coming into March, you come in with the 10 of Cups. Well, that's very nice for many of you, if not all of you, you know? 10 of Cups is incredible. You're like at this pinnacle point in your home life or in your emotional sector, and you're feeling really abundant. You're feeling really full of joy. You're feeling really, I feel in many ways revitalized, or open, and sort of prosperity is kind of on your mind and on your heart. And I think that you're approaching it from a place of, you know, like no limits. You know, I feel that there's just incredible potential here, you know, or you've reached a point where I think you've like sort of gained a lot and now you're ready for more. Just, I hope that makes sense. 10 of Cups also depicts, you know, this happy family having a little picnic. The children there are fairly young, so maybe some of you are welcoming in children, or not welcoming in, because I'm not sensing like pregnancy or a recent birth, although that could obviously be true. But what I'm feeling is like you're kind of etching out a future for you and your family, or you're etching out a future for you, like I said, in your emotional sector. What is important to you for your emotional fulfillment and your emotional happiness. Like you're really having a focus on that. And the cups, the fact that it's a cups is really kind of being like highlighted for me, because, you know, Virgo, you typically plan and you plot and you really weigh out your options and you go over the pros and cons like 2, 3, 4, 50 million times, you know. You know how you are. And what I'm getting is you're kind of like really hopeful and joyful, optimistic. So there's a certain, just for now, because it's not a change in your, you know, behavior or in changing your personality, but for now, I think you're kind of putting those more methodical, practical, you know, think heavy energies to the side, and you're wanting to follow your heart, or you're wanting to align more with what you need and desire emotionally, what you need and desire in terms of relationships. Like I said, this does depict a family, so it could be your actual blood relatives, whether you're newly married or newly a mother, newly a father, or your family as far as your chosen family, great close friends of yours, whoever. So there's just this wanting to build on that foundation in your life, because tens are cumulative points. They kind of do two things at once. They like solidify what you've had previous to this point, and they kind of draw a line under that and then begin to progress again. Like I said, a cumulative. So you might as well think of it as like a turnover point. So whatever you've accomplished so far, like I said, maybe you're a new parent or newly married, or you've recently moved back home after you graduated college or something like that. So there's a turning point, a turning of the page in some area of your life in terms of relationships with people that you consider your family, okay? And you're wanting to build upon that. So again, newly married, okay, now let's buy a home, or now let's start our family, or we've just started our family, so now let's put our efforts into decorating our home or making new family traditions. See, I wasn't even looking, but you do have the other card of tradition down there, so we're eventually going to talk about that too. And I like this for you. You know, I don't remember what happened to you, no offense, in February. I don't remember your reading. But considering I know a few Virgos, and again, I know how you guys can be. You can get really caught up in your thoughts. This is not that energy where you're starting in March. You're really trying to feel your way through the moment. Follow your joy. Follow your bliss. You know, get in touch with people that mean a lot to you and build those bonds. It's very nice. I like that for you. Now, and it's just, this is a reading about growth. This is a reading about reaching new limits, or not new limits, but reaching new heights, excuse me. Because you've got potential out here with these aces, and the work is over here, right? Yes, okay, good. So your potentials are wonderful, since we'll go next door, because that was kind of where I thought you were starting, but they corrected me, so there you go. Ace of Pentacles. So in your wheelhouse, right? Pentacle energy, earth sign energy, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But, you know, that's just to show you what the earth signs are. But look at this. Like, it's not the greatest, like, color for a cloud. Like, it's kind of like a smoggy, greenish color. But, I mean, who wouldn't want that? Like a big gold coin being offered to them from the sky, and there's like a rainbow behind it. So there is just a lot of potential for you to grow, or you're looking for that potential. Because like I said, I feel that this is cumulative, but then you're also going to build upon it, and you want to reach new heights. You want to find the next offer or the next opportunity to enhance your 10 of Cups, okay? So in terms of Pentacles, this could be new financial opportunities. This could be new investments for you, new jobs, new rituals or behaviors. that focus on your pentacles. So either focus on your money or focuses on your home life, your stability, the things that you place value on. In some cases, that could be time. So some of you, like I keep getting drawn to this idea of a new family dynamic or a new family structure. So maybe a new home. Like I said, you're newly married. You know, some of you are coming into parenthood for the first time. And so that could be a reinvestment in time with your family. So maybe instead of working part-time, or excuse me, full-time, now you're on paternity leave or maternity leave. And so now you work, you know, 1 day a week in the office, something like that. So there's this new structure, or there's a new dynamic that you want to find or act upon. What's that called? Why won't they give me this freaking word? Strike while the iron is hot is how they're telling me, but that's not the word. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. You want to get in the right place in the right time. You know what I mean? So if something was offered to you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or, you know, you just don't want to miss the train. So if something new comes to you, a job, an investment, a house, for some of you, this is like, got to put down money on a house, close on a house, okay? You're kind of itching to go. A little bit itching to go. A little anxious to get to that point. But I would say don't even worry about it. You know, I'm not feeling that whatever opportunity is yours, whatever is needed, whatever you truly desire that is meant to enhance your life, that is meant to but certainly fill out this 10 of Cups picture or start a new journey towards another set of 10 of Cups, I feel you will find it when you're meant to find it. It will introduce itself to you, the opportunity, the person, the proposal, whatever. It's going to come to you when it needs to come to you. You really don't have a lot to worry about. Like, and that's kind of freaking you out, I think, some of you. Like, you're used to worrying. You're used to having a plan A, B, C, D, all the way down to Z and then back again. You know, you're used to having a lot of safety nets in place. And not saying throw them out the window, but I'm really telling you, I'm not feeling that you're going to have to rely on your second or third or fourth opportunity or chances. You know what I mean? Like, okay, option 1 didn't work out, let's go to option 2. I really feel most of you will get option 1. And if most of you don't get option 1, we'll go to 2. And it's not that big a deal because it's very close to what option 1 was. You see what I mean? And that's exciting to you. You have a lot of vigor that surrounds your desire to, again, fulfill this or build to another set. You have so much energy behind you with that Ace of Pentacles, and then you have the Ace of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this is like activity. Like for you right now, Virgo, activity. And so what do I feel? I'm feeling that it's not activity in the sense of like sports or hobbies. This is activity as in you're staying busy. And maybe that's it. Instead of, and because you're not lazy, you're not a lazy sign, or at least you're not known to be lazy. But what I'm thinking is as you're doing, you don't have time to think. Like you're going so fast, or you're going at such a pace that your normal time and energy spent thinking and plotting and mulling over details or mulling over possibilities is kind of snatched away from you, or you're more engaged in activities, and you're more engaged in going different places or meeting people, having discussions, things like that, that you don't have time to second guess yourself. You don't have time to worry about what if this doesn't work out. You're just go, go, go. And that's totally not your bag most of the time, Virgo. And so what I'm feeling is your schedule's pretty tight. You're filling up your appointment book. You're not wanting to, and that makes sense because you don't want to waste time. Because this is so precious to you, you don't want to waste time. So this corner here is all about cultivating and emphasizing what the 10 of Cups is. How do I get it? How do I maintain it? How do I get another set of 10 Cups? And you have great opportunity and the energy to match or seize these opportunities, right? You have the energy of the Ace of Wands on your side. Since it is an ace, it's another opportunity, it's another chance, it's another potential, right? So this is something practical. This is something, if it's not like, you know, you actually are super busy, some of you won't be, but you'll feel busy enough that your mind just won't go idle. So in other cases where you're not actually busy, like running here to there, appointment to appointment to appointment, whatever, something like that, I still feel that your energy is up. Your energy is really revved up. And it might just be because you're so excited and you're so overjoyed with this. So, there we go. I'm like, duh, why? How could it be? I just said, oh, you're going to be busy, your schedule's full. But then I'm like, well, maybe some of you aren't going anywhere. So for those new parents, new home, you might actually spend a lot of time in the house taking care of the baby. Your day is full of baby, from sun up to sundown, baby. So you're not ripping and running everywhere. You're not hitting all these appointments. You're not making meetings, but you are occupied, and your energy is spent with the child. Your energy is spent unpacking boxes and decorating the home. Your energy is spent, you know, doing things domestically. And again, that would make sense coming above the 10 of Cups for those who aren't out there ripping and roaring in the streets and doing what you need to do. Your energy is still focused and honed in on this house or the household or the people in your home. And, you know, just for argument's sake, it doesn't have to be the new people in your life or this vitality or this newness to your family structure. Doesn't have to be a baby. Sometimes you get relatives that move in with you or you move in with them. Some of you might be taking care of people who, you know, have fallen ill, things like that. So that's where that is for some of you. You know, I don't know why. I guess maybe someone out there didn't want to feel like left out. Well, I do have a new member in my house, but it's not a baby. It's my grandpa. Okay, you're welcome to the reading. But some of you are still inviting in new people, but they're not children. Okay, that's basically what they want me to clarify there for you. And that kind of makes sense because we, like I said, we have legacy over there. Which, are we going to legacy? Yep, see, it all makes sense. I'm like, why do I, you know, and one day I'm going to go live and I'm going to prove it to you guys because, like, I don't look at the board when I'm doing readings. I'm looking up into this corner. Like, I'll point to it like it's up over that way. I look in that corner. Sometimes when I have the blinds up, I look outside. I don't have them up today. I'm not looking at the board. So then when they start telling me talk about older people and other relatives, I was like, okay. I don't know why, because this is like so brand spanking new and shiny. And then we look down and what do we see? We see the 10 of Pentacles. So this is like legacy. This is generational, right? And again, it's very similar to the 10 of Cups. It's about that accumulation point. It's about having it all, making sure we maintain it all, and then getting some more on top. And it's not about greed. It's about passing on. And since it is Pentacles, it is sometimes talking about inheritance. Now, that can be important to some of you. You might have to get your financial ducks in a row because, like I said, you have a new baby or you're bringing in your elderly grandparents because you're taking care of them. And, you know, in some states, or I think in general, if you give healthcare to your relatives, you can be paid for it, but you have to fill out paperwork and all that kind of stuff. So there is this idea of getting your financial ducks in a row and making sure that you can meet your payments, pay the bills, have insurance covered, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So that's a part of this. But aside from the money aspect, it is about sort of taking in the landscape or the scope of what your family dynamic is and appreciating it. I'm feeling like a lovely appreciation right here, Virgo. So, and in other cases, you're in other cases, like you're traveling to family or you're spending more time with family, even if there's no new baby, even if grandpa's not moving into the house, there is this closeness with family. And I'm saying family, and I'm giving you blood examples, but again, you don't have to be close with your actual family. It could be your friends, whoever. So there's this active attention that you are paying, Virgo, to seeking out the relationships with those that you deem your family. And sort of basking in the glory of it is how I'm feeling this. Like you're really just like looking at whoever's around you, whoever's close to you, whoever you consider your family, and you're like, man, I love this person, or man, I love when we do this together. Because again, this is about legacy and traditions, yeah? So could be family reunions, March, early spring, maybe for some of you. If the weather's good, maybe you're getting together with your long lost relatives that you see every once in a while, and you're having a picnic or a cookout or something like that. And it's a really fun time. And that's the other thing that kind of, and that would make sense because this would be an opportunity. That's an activity that you would do. So it's this act of coming together with people. And in that moment, you feel just inspired. You feel complete. You feel whole. And maybe that's what's going on. Maybe for you, some of you Virgos, this is going to be just, you need this sort of as like a boost. You know, maybe some of you are coming away, you know, winter is breaking up here in the northern hemisphere. So maybe some of you are coming away from the doldrums. You're coming out of the winter blues and you're happy to see people you haven't seen in a while. It revitalizes you. It makes you feel young again, something like that. So it could just be that. But I'm feeling it's, for most of you, it's more, it's not as casual as that, or it's not as passive as that. You are actively wanting to get together with people, relatives, whoever, and get yourself ready to enhance what you have and build upon your current empire. If it's a small empire, a huge empire, if you don't even call it an empire, just like, I don't even know what the hell this is, but we're going to try and make it grow. You are intent to do that. You have a lot of intention in that. And that, yes, come on. That makes sense because he's in the opportunity and he's touching. Yes. Okay. So Hermit card, that's the card of you, Virgo. Here you are in your own reading. So this is definitely hitting home for many of you. You guys are the industrial like housekeepers, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's clean that up a little bit. You know, another image that you might think of yourself as is like a candy striper or a nurse, or, you know, for those who have a bigger ego, like sort of like a Mother Teresa, you know? And why am I saying this? Like, what are these characters? Why am I mentioning them? Because the Hermit is that. The Hermit goes into those places that no one else wants to visit, right? Didn't Mother Teresa do like a lot of work with lepers and like orphans, and like she went down into the slums and she sat with people who were barely hanging on, and she gave them hope, or she, you know, sat with them in their pain. Like, that's what you do, Virgo. You really kind of shuffle or harness or take the burden of other people's pain a lot. So some of you, that's where you've been, or that's sort of running in the background in this situation some type of way. Like I said, if you're becoming a caretaker for an elderly relative, or you're a caretaker for a new baby, you have to do that. If you gotta eat, I gotta feed you. If you've gotta poop, I gotta wipe your butt. That's what you are in the process of doing. The Hermit also, if you're not in the care of other people, like I said, you're kind of, you know, a solo artist, Virgo, you're not living with anybody, but this is still important to you, you would be doing this for yourself. Either way, the Hermit goes into places where we don't want to go normally in our conscious everyday life. We're just like, I'd rather avoid it. And he is like, I'll go. He volunteers. I volunteer as tribute. And he goes into these places. He takes his lantern. He digs into the depths of the pain, of the distress, of the dysfunction, and he pulls out greater knowledge or greater understanding or some type of peace or some type of healing or something that needs to be addressed. You know, if he doesn't come back with a solution, he at least identifies what the problem is, and then you or someone else or some other I guess character in the tarot would come along and help. But he does that deep dive, right? And this is coming up in a very positive position for you, because I think that deep dive that you're doing, or that burdening of other people's problems and other people's care, is somehow the opportunity for you. It's an opportunity in some cases to earn money. Oh, I just had a deja vu moment. That's amazing. I haven't had those in a while. And everything I just said is what happened in my deja vu moment. Sorry, that was a personal thing. Anyway, So he's attached to your opportunities, yeah? So his his presence gives you new action, gives you new motivation to do something, or he brings in a new practice for you, because again, wands are about action. It's about dynamics, okay? He's also potentially going to bring you in new financial opportunities or new financial structures. So like I said, new baby, new home, new way of plotting your finances. If you are taking care of someone, new insurance policies or new ways of paying for insurance, things like that. But I feel both of these are gainful, so I don't know how, but it's going to be better for you financially and as far as your energy level to do whatever the Hermit is bringing to you. I hope that makes sense. Okay? That's nice. And you're just sitting there laughing, enjoying it. Ooh, wait, hold on. Are we done here? No, okay. So what's he doing here? Maybe that's it. Also, for those where we have the issue of inheritance or some type of family money, the Hermit might dig up some bones that are slightly difficult to deal with, but those bones, those secrets, those family rumors, that are going to be shown a light on, still benefits you somehow. I still feel some type of growth from them. And I don't want to get morbid, but I have to be factual. Virgo, some of you may have experienced some type of death or injury that pays out in insurance, which gives you your opportunity, which came from a family legacy, right? It has been in place for a while in the terms of a legacy. So just for the sake of giving you an example, this is not some, hey, this person in your life is going to pass, but maybe you have a parent or a grandparent or a sibling or anybody who has passed or is injured and their job pays out. That's it. That's the financial opportunity. That gives you new action. Okay, now we have to plan a funeral, or this person is injured. Now we have to, move homes, and we have to, do all kinds of augmentation to the house because we need all kinds of, access to the house. Like, so we might need a wheelchair ramp, things like that. That's morbid. That's not something anybody wants to hear. I hope that's not your case. But if that is, that's the way it's coming. And it comes from a slightly dark place, which is you don't want to think about necessarily the injury or the illness. You don't necessarily want to openly embrace someone's passing. But for some of you, that might be the case. And I'm putting it to you I'm trying to do like my best bedside manner I can do. And I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I'm trying because I don't want to be insensitive and make it like, oh, so-and-so got hurt or is dead and you're going to get a lot of, no, if that's what you're dealing with, that will be emotionally trying for you and your family. You might have to, like I said, go over some wills, go over some testimonies, things like that. And it's going to dig out, oh, well, he left all the money to me and he said nothing about you in the will. Things like that might be a little difficult. But there's still this cultivation and there's this raising up in energy surrounding your family and surrounding your finances or the financial sort of center in terms of family and inheritances, okay? And that's why some of you, in terms of finances, will be looking pretty sharp. Queen of Pentacles, right? So in the case of a payout, insurance, wills, inheritances, whatever, you're going to see a little penny come in, a few of you. Not many of you, because, that would be improbable that all of you or most of you would be dealing with that. But a few of you will see a little uptick in your money because of a payout. And I don't want it to make it seem like you're being greedy or like you're reveling in this loss or you're reveling in the drama or the trauma that your family is going through. No, it's just really someone, named you their beneficiary. That was it. You didn't know. Uncle Ron? He put me as his what? $50,000 or something like that, or $5,000. It doesn't have to be, a huge amount, but whatever. So unexpectedly, some of you are going to be gifted with money, or you're going to come into some money through your family channels, some kind of way. For those, and that's again, just for a few of you. For the rest of you, I think you have been so, like, taking a departure, because remember what I mentioned earlier, you've kind of departed from your overanalyzing, methodical approach to things. Somehow that enhances you, It enhances your physical surroundings. It enhances the things that you value, yeah? So releasing or somehow not prioritizing or being bogged down with or feeling inundated with your own mental, they're showing me a pinwheel, or what do you call those? Yeah, it's a pinwheel, right? The thing that spins and it's all colorful, right? Instead of running around on that or kind of running in a loop, it freed you up. And then you had a glow up, basically. Yeah? You're also kind of, some of you like are becoming the head of something. It is the queen. It's not the king of pentacles, so it's not the top of the pentacle suit, but it's damn near close to the top. So some of you are coming into a new station, a new role. Maybe you're taking over as the matriarch or the patriarch of your family. Again, if we see someone has passed or has become ill or injured and no longer fulfills that role. So now you as the eldest sibling or you as the next eldest, cousin is kind of looked to as sort of being this motherly, or you don't have to be a female. Pardon me, you don't have to be a female for this, but just like this nurturing figure, yeah? Queen of Pentacles definitely is one to nurture. And we've got a bunny there in the corner. So again, we're thinking about children and fertility. And that could be it. Again, like some of you, maybe you're the first child, you're the eldest child, and you're the first one to have a child or to bring in a grandchild to the family, something like that. But I feel you're like getting into this. Again, you don't have to be a female for this, but you're getting into this motherly, nurturing, very cute, very effusive, very embracing. I'm seeing I'm honestly seeing like big mama, grandmama kind of hugs, you know what I mean? And you're stepping into that role, or that role is being put upon you, and you're okay with it. If you didn't seek it out and it just kind of comes to you, you're still okay with it. And you're going to do well with it. Because you've journeyed deep, you've jumped a few hurdles from the deep, and it's that elevation. Because again, 10s are about elevation and progress and accumulation, yeah. So this is some type of step up for you. That's nice. So what's in your outcome? Interesting. You've got the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So easy enough, 8 of Swords is this release or this dropping of sort of self-prophesized, and let me show it to you singularly by itself. It's this decrease or escape from some type of mental prison, some type of, negative self-talk, self-doubt, anxiety, yeah? Some of you might, suffer from anxiety or, it might be a little extreme for some, but some of you might have some form or some degree of PTSD, and you're really not over it, but you're definitely aware of it, and you've put in a lot of work to kind of strip a lot of that pain or a lot of that constriction away from yourself. You've been very conscious of that, and I think... Oh, and I didn't show you this in the upright because it's a different deck, so you might not be familiar with the artwork. So I'll just show it to you, but I'm still going to talk about it like it's in the reverse. So, like, it's not conquered, that's for sure. I'm going to let you know. This energy will pop up again. We never fully escape our own self-doubt, our own self-doubt and negative self-talk or beliefs, yeah? But for now, and again, I think it might be because you're in this very effusive family dynamic. For now, you feel very free. You feel very relaxed. When the 8 of Swords is in the upright, that's a lot of stress. That's a lot of, you know, worry. That's just not super cool, but it's in the reverse. So I think for you, it's going to be a little bit of a relief, yeah? Seven of Pentacles reversed, but I'll show it to you upright so you can become used to it. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is usually depicting some type of waiting, some type of, you know, wanting to find that opportunity. Yes, that goes back to what we were talking here. You know, waiting for the right opportunities to come upon you, or waiting for something to be just right before you act upon it. Because this is a gardener, right? Again, I'll show it to you upright so you can kind of see it better. But this is a guy in a garden, right? And he's got his pentacles on the line. He's got his pentacles on that bush, and he's ready to cultivate them. And again, because this is in the reverse, I feel that the time is now. Something in March is lucky. I don't want to say lucky because I don't know what the planets are doing. I'm not an astrologer, so don't quote me on that. But I feel that there's potential for things to go according, not even according to plan, just in your favor. In your favor. It could be how can I put that? Like sometimes that Seven of Pentacles in the upright indicates, like I said, you're waiting, so aka inaction. And there was a lot of action over here. So I think, yeah, yes, because that would speak then to sort of your, like I was saying earlier, your tendency to overthink, and that would be definitely there in the Eight of Swords in reverse for you. You do have that tendency to overthink, and because you're now actively not overthinking, you're a little freer. You have less restriction. You're able to see things differently or see things more clearly, and maybe take opportunities where you maybe didn't recognize them, or you take opportunities or you welcome in benefits from certain circumstances or opportunities that, you know, you wouldn't have necessarily been open to before because you were thinking too much about it, okay? Your overall for the month, more rabbits. Dogs here, birds there. I guess birds and rabbits could represent fertility, but more rabbits. So be careful. If you don't want to be pregnant, if you don't want to make anyone pregnant, you know, take your precautions. But there's a lot, and I don't normally talk about pregnancy and children. I don't resonate with that. I'm not a parent myself, so kids and I just don't get along. But I do feel some of you are in sort of like such a high state of being, and you're so happy, you're so, you know, giddy that you might run a risk of getting pregnant if you don't want to be, so be careful. But you've got, you know, these rabbits down here on the hillside, and that was the first thing they wanted me to look at. Wabbits. They said it like that, wabbits. Anyway, Three of Cups is your overall energy. So, celebration, reunion, like I said, maybe family reunion for some of you, or in this case, maybe you're reuniting with, you know, old friends from high school or college or wherever, and you're having a good time. So, just festive. You're very, very festive. Very strange, but possibly important for one person. And this is like a direct, like, this is, I love when these come through because it's not often, but the rabbits and the celebrating. Some of you might be celebrating someone who is a rabbit, aka the Chinese Zodiac, Year of the Rabbit. So I don't know when that is. I don't follow that at all. I know I'm Year of the Dog. That's all I know. But if you know your rabbit, or your best friend, or your mom, or whoever is a rabbit, you might be celebrating them or going and celebrating with them, something like that. But I get this idea of honoring the rabbit, or the rabbit is the guest of honor, is kind of what I'm getting. So that's important for someone. But toasting, having a great time, being happy, not thinking about stressful things, not worrying about anything. This is like a card of no worries, man. Have a good time. And that's kind of the advice for you. Don't worry, Virgo. Have a good time. Yeah. That's nice. I like that. All right, guys, that's your reading for March 2019. I hope you liked it. If you did, you know what to do. There's a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you think you like what you saw here today and you think you might want to know when I'm going to upload again, hit the subscribe button and the little bell and you'll be notified of when I upload my next videos. Also, please leave comments. I love to read how these messages resonate with my audience. And also share if you want to share this across your social media platforms, your Twitters, your Facebook, your Tumblr, for God's sakes, whatever it is. I'm absolutely cool with that. That would be amazing. All right, guys, I will be back in about 3 to 4 weeks' time when I bring you your April readings. Until then, I thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.